Good evening, and welcome to the Shelia New Comedy Show, Episode 3, Karma 101. Please note we'll have a segment for you, the audience, to ask Sheila new questions. If you'd like to place your questions in the chat, one more time, please place your questions in the chat. Please take a moment to explore the link tree at the top of the room. You'll find more information about the Shelia New Comedy Show. The link tree also provides details on where you can listen to the show on 11. Did I say 11? That's 1 after 10. 11 different platforms. We kindly request your support by visiting the tip jar to contribute to the show if the spirit hits you. Also, note we have added a special link on our link tree to recognize our contributing partners. You think Indigo, Fave Unite TV, Inner She Yoga Meditation, Ronald's Entertainment, and Laurel Hill Productions. Please feel free to share the room and invite anyone that you see fit to come on in and enjoy the fun. Now, rules of engagement. Now, for those of you selected to be on the stage, please feel free to unmute and laugh during the show. But remember, we are recording a live show. If you break the rules, you might just become a part of the show. And now for a demonstration. Now, so if you were, this is why you don't want to miss the Sheila New Show, because if you was in a part of the last show, you remember when Ronald Dillard Jr. got thrown off the stage? Well, tonight, since it's Karma 101, I got to do you one back, baby. If you would look, you see we got Wanda and we got Sheila in the good lodge. Now listen, now last week it was so funny when they did it to little Ron. Now, how
Cannot.
you know. So listen, we looking to have a good time. Remember, we are recording. I'm about to bring it back up, but just remember, feel free to laugh, but please keep your commentary to a minimum because we're recording. And now we're going to bring them back on stage. What goes around, come back around. All right. Welcome back, ladies. Give me one moment. Give me one moment here. We're going to make sure that you are made back whole. We're going to make you back whole. And you are now made back whole. So, as we go on to our rules of engagement, so now, just to be clear, to make sure that everybody's on the same page, let's talk about the definition of karma. Karma is defined as the sum of a person's actions in this and previous state of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existence. And for more of the
Yeah. Whatever. First, damn it, you didn't have to give no damn example of what karma was. Listen, your ass got tossed because you was disrupting the class. But let me give you the hood definition. He gonna give you Webster or whoever, whatever. But let me give you the hood definition of karma, okay? Get your ass out there and get your ass back, okay? What goes around comes back the F around. Y'all already know what it is. Don't start no won't be no shit. All of that stuff is like karma. But karma in the hood way, it's the same meaning as the regular definition, but he had to do a little spice, had a little spice on it. So I'm just saying it's a whole lot of stuff, and we gonna peel back the layers tonight to let you know what it is, how we view karma on this end. Ronald and all his dab shenanigans, always doing some shit. Go ahead, Ronald. I'm done.
And remember, this show is for entertainment purposes only. No 800 number required. Now sit back and relax because it's about to go down. And now it's about time for the Sheila New greeting. And before she greets you, let me greet her by going, oh, Sheila, tell me jokes till the morning comes. Usually my voice. I said, oh, Sheila, you really know how to make it fun. What, break it down. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sheila New.
Hey, I was in here grooving. I'm like, they from Michigan too. Quit playing with me. But I will take it. Good evening, everybody, and happy Friday. Friday. I am so happy to be here. And I am so happy to see our family is in attendance. I appreciate y'all so much for coming and gracing us with your presence. But it wouldn't be a show if I didn't do what I done. So then I gotta greet our family that's on the stage and some that are sprinkled throughout like little sprinkles throughout the audience. So hey family, hey Ronald, hey Wanda. First, hey, how y'all doing? I'm glad to see y'all too. Hey Melissa, hey Doris, hey I said want to meet my sword, hey Bouquet. That's my fave. Bouquet Hetty. She a whole singer in real life. Y'all better find yourself Hetty and go listen to Be Happy. I'm just saying. I think I need that after this. Hey, Juliana. Hey, Antonietta. Hey, Eugene. Hey, Chandra. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Hey, Ryan. And hey, I'm going to say Muhammad. Okay. Ooh, it's a whole lot. Okay. But you said MF. So I'm going to say MF too, because that's what you said. So we just going to go what you said. So, yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm so glad y'all here, and I can't wait. Are y'all ready for Karma One-on-One? Y'all unmic and give me some of that. Woo! Oh, y'all was a little dry on that. Y'all ain't had none before y'all came or something. Y'all better act like they start hollering. That's what all the I'm saying. Y'all need your little booty rubbed on or something. What we got to do?
He said booty rubbing.
Yes, I sure did. I sure did. Whatever y'all gotta do to get y'all life ready, because you know the more energy you give, even when you unmic, the more I feel, the funnier this shit gonna be. Okay, hey, get y'all drinks. Let's get started and let's get it popping. Ronald, over to you. Hey.
All right, now we're gonna do things a little differently tonight. I hope you like stories because we got some stories for that are. To kick things off, the never old, always new. Now, what kind of stories are these? Are karma stories. These are personal stories of instant karma, long time karma, but karma nonetheless. And to kick it off, the never old, always new, Sheila New.
Okay. Now I know this is being recorded, but hey, this is a story for the ages now. Imma try to make it as brief as possible, but it's kinda like a long, short little story, but it just lets you know that when your mother tell you don't and and don't do that, and it just don't go for you. It go for whomever she says that to, that's under the sound of her voice and under the sound of her influence. So if my parents ever hear this, I'm sorry, but it was fun, so I gotta tell it. So once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life so my mom had to go and spend some time in the hospital. She had like a major surgery, right? So I was young and I was out somewhere, and she said, wherever you take the car, don't just be hanging out all over Detroit and this, and this, you need to be careful. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I didn't hang out in Detroit. I went past Detroit. And if you from Michigan, I was at Inkster, honey, a place I had no business being. But I was out there. I was out there with my friends because I wanted to be at the basketball game, be all fast, be with my friends and stuff. And we had a little Cutlass Sierra, and it was burgundy, and it had the little, the little spoke wheels and all of that stuff. I'm a whole female, so I don't know nothing about no car as long as it's got some gas and some oil, honey. That's all I care about. But so I went in, was out in the hood, doing hood things, watching the game, came outside, and baby, all four hubcaps was what? GONE. They was gone go. I was like, oh. I said, "My mom gonna kill me." She told me, "Don't do this, such and such, such and such." So my friends try to calm me down. I'm mad at them. They getting cursed out for real, for real. So I dropped everybody happy ass off, and then I'm just, on the way home, and I'm praying. So when I get home, I hit the garage door, and the other car wasn't sitting in there. I'm like, okay, good. I beat my daddy home. And then I looked at the time and I'm thinking to myself, I said, I beat my daddy home. I said, his ass shut the fuck up in the first place. So I go in the house, like thinking I ain't getting in no trouble. Who's sitting in the living room? My daddy. I laughed so I said, what? And he looked at me like a little kid. He was like, huh? I said, oh, baby, if you can hear, you can hear. I said, where Mama car at? And he looked at me, baby. If I would have blew in his eyes, he would have cried. I said, "Whoa, think about the Mama car." And I said, "Where was you at?" I said, "You went to Detroit, didn't you?" And he looked. It was like, "Yeah." I said, "Ooh." I said, "And what happened?" Now I gotta treat him like a sibling because I want him to tell me all the tea. So my daddy ass was out hanging out off of 7 Mile in Woodward. At some little cabaret spot, someplace he ain't had no business. My mama had an ice cold baby, triple gray, Oldsmobile Tornado. If y'all look up that car was bad. I mean, the wheels was bad. They had the white wall jack. It was everything. That was gonna be my forever car, okay? So that let you know kind of the age I was when all of this happened. I said, "Oh, you gonna get in trouble." I said, "Cause mama told us not to go in Detroit." I said, "Okay, so it make what happened to me not as bad what happened to you." He talking about what happened to you. I said, "Oh, all the 4 hubcaps got stolen off the other car. But guess what? I still got the for the drive home in the car." So he was mad that something happened to the wheels. I said, yours beat mine all day. And I said, when we go visit, he said, "You better not say nothing." I said, "I ain't say nothing." Cause she got superpowers. She already gonna know some ish happened either way it goes. So the moral of the story is be careful because karma sometimes hook like a boomerang. When she throw that, it come right back real fast, or it can be painstakingly slow. And that's the most stuff we gonna learn about today. So that's my story on karma. Thank you.
That was a good one. The sound effects for me, though. It was the sound
Okay,
effects.
yeah. You know, you gotta do it. You gotta bring it. You gotta bring it. So, but yes, indeed, I loved every bit of that story. And I know what I'm gonna have to ask my dad. You know, when the older your parents get, they act like they memory gone. Their memory ain't gone. They just don't want you bringing up that old shit. So they won't be mad all over again. My mama say, "You always doing something." But girl, it happened. It was a true story. And those are the best stories. It's the ones that's true. So I did mine. Wanda, over to you. What's your karma story, Wanda Road?
Karma can be something else. But I had this friend in we were in college. We were in law school. I had this friend. And if you know New Orleans, it can rain a lot here. And my friend had this car. And it was a group of us, about 10 of us that used to hang out in law school. And he was the only guy. And one of our friends didn't have a car. And my friend, he got a brand new car. I'm gonna call him John. John got a brand new car. And we said, "Hey, John, why don't you give it to our friend who don't have a car? Why don't you, give it to her for a cheap price? Because you got a brand new car." And he said, "No, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that." And we said, "Okay." He wouldn't sell. Every day we'd ask him to sell a car to her. He wouldn't sell it. If you know New Orleans, when it rains, it'll pour down and you might find your car floating down the street. Well, one day it's about 2 o'clock. We looked outside. It was pouring down rain. We all walked out class. Everybody went to go check on their car. Next thing we looked, John come walking down the street, pants soaking wet. We said, "John, what happened?" John said, "Man, my car was floating down the street." So the car that he wouldn't sell to our friend, the car didn't exist anymore because next time we saw the car, it wouldn't start and it never started again. That's karma for you.
I love it.
Look.
It was floating. Float. Float on. Had to do that, baby. Baby, the car was
It was
see,
floating down the
you have to
street.
be nice to people. Yes, floated. Go. Look, the car became a little boat. So that's what it was. Ryan, what you got? What's your karma
Now,
story?
I got two of them for you here this evening, and one of them was when I was a young man, and one of them when I was a kid, and the other one when I was a young man. So now, I'm probably like 12, 13 years old. One some evening hanging out in my house with one of my friends. Now, I had one of these houses that had a kitchen both downstairs and upstairs. And foolish to me, whenever I went to somebody's house upstairs, I was like, "Where's your kitchen at?" I had no idea this house was like one of those old school houses they made. So, so that's just useless information. Now, the thing about this house though is we live beside this company called Titmus, and Titmus it was a glass factory, made glass. So my friend was like, let's go in the backyard, climb on the patio, and throw some eggs on the car. And I'm like, okay, let's do that. Even though I was raised better, even though I knew better, it sounded like fun. 24 eggs later, we were lost in laughter. Of course, the next day, workers came over and said, "Hey, did y'all see anybody throwing eggs on the car?" "No, sir, we don't know nothing. We didn't." Well, about 5 years later, I'm about 18 and I got my own car and it's Friday, it's about time for the weekend. And it's July, just like it is now. I walk outside at 1 o'clock and it is eggs all over my car. Never happened before, never happened since. Eggs all over my car. Now, by the look of the eggs, because some of them were sunny side down, and was scrambled with no cream. I mean, they had been there in the July sun for at least about 4 hours. So I hope you never, ever have to clean eggs off of a car in July, that's been there for 4 hours. Now, and the first thing I thought about was, you know what? I went right back to that night, okay? And it was all I couldn't say nothing. It was tried, listen, sentencing. It was guilty. It was clear this happened to me because what I did, because we never did it. We just did it that one night, never did it again. They never ate my car again, but whoever it was, they got me that night. So, so that was karma showed up and showed out, baby. Now, so I was a young man. I had this girlfriend, and we decided to have a long distance relationship. And she was away at college. She came back home, for the Christmas time frame. Now, at this point in Virginia, it doesn't snow that often, but when it snows, the snow is slippery. We don't drive. We're not built for this. I don't know how Minnesota even survives. Okay, but anyway, so it's all this snow, and she when she came home. She didn't really have a lot of time for me. For some reason, she was always busy. But it's snowing, and we're in Williamsburg at this point. We're in Williamsburg, and she calls me, and she says she wants to see me. She's talking about she wants to see me. My mama said, "Ron, we have family time down here in Williamsburg. We all together. Don't you go nowhere." And I looked at my mother. I looked dead in her eyes. I said, "Mom, I won't go anywhere." And then I'm thinking about it. She said she wants to see me. I want to see her. She want to see me. I want to see her. I got a car right outside. Now imagine I have a rental car. For some reason my car was in the shop. I had to rent a car. And I said, you know what? We just had dinner. Everybody's winding down. I'm going to go see her. I can just go out for a couple hours and come right back. Even though it's what? Snow on the ground. Honey, I don't even get out the parking lot before I hit this fire hydrant and put this big old 50-cent piece hole in the bumper. And what my mother said to me and how she reacted to me when she found out what I had done, because she told me, she said, "Rod, don't you go nowhere." And what did I say? "Oh, no, I'm not going nowhere." And what did I do? I tried to go somewhere. Didn't even get out the parking lot before Condescend said, "Keep on, right there, back up, boom." So, the more to the story, like karma is something, and none of us can escape it. So listen, those were just a couple of stories that we had about karma. But now we're going to move on to another little something different. It is called now, it's a little thing like if you don't want karma, don't be. Don't be what? Well, don't be doing these things. So we're going to go over a couple of things that if you don't want karma, you don't want bad karma, don't be doing this. Don't be doing these things we talk about. Now, of course, Sheila New, tell us what you got.
Man, okay.
I'm
Listen,
laughing.
if you don't want no karma, don't be acting like you from a foreign country and you know you speak this.
Kill it.
I speak a foreign language. You want to be trying to holler at you, and you instead of being mean to their ass and telling them to go sit down some damn where, you just want to be parlez-vous français or or whatever. You want to speak Dutch or Spanish or whatever it is you want to speak. Listen, I used to hang out with a lot of people that were, not considerably older than me, but they was legally older than me, if you know what I'm saying. So I would want to go hang out with my friends that was legally older than me because they can buy drinks. And after a while, the people ain't asking for no identification. So I'm in the grown folks place with them. I'm probably in my late teens, early 20s. Not legal, and can't nobody say nothing now because that was some years ago. So the places done closed down. So y'all ain't gonna be revoking no liquor license or nothing like that. So don't even worry about it. So I was hanging out with one of my dear friends, Cheryl, and she told me, she looked right at me, she said, "Half one day your ass gonna get called out on the carpet," because she always be the one who be with me. One time I had a Jamaican accent. She said, "This don't make no damn sense." But I will always lean on French, I said. So that's I know that's one of the reasons why I love you. Because I
Wow.
know you can speak it funny, and I'll be like, "Ooh, I need to learn it." But I thought I knew enough to say bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Baby, merci et vous? So she kept on looking at me, and most dudes, okay, now we hanging out in hood places, okay? So most dudes don't know not a damn French nothing but French fries, honey, some French dressing, They maybe know some croissants, honey, some baguettes or some stuff like that, but they ain't having no conversation with me telling about French. Okay. So, they would go away and I would be cool, right? So one day it was just her and I. We were sitting in this one little hotel bar spot that we used to love to go to. And we having something called a Boston Tea Party, honey. So y'all think Long Island's is something, but baby, Boston Tea Party, honey, try you one. That's all I can say. Find yourself. Okay, so so I'm sitting up there and she looked, I guess I must have had that look in my eyes. She said, don't do that shit you always be doing. Don't do it today. Don't do it today. I said, girl, I'ma do it. She said, don't do it. I said, I'ma do it anyway. And she said, okay, go ahead. Like she knew a secret or something. She probably planted that Negro there. I don't know. But so he comes up to me and he was like, hey, how y'all ladies doing tonight? He said, can I buy y'all a drink? And I looked at him and I looked at her and she looking at me and she just shaking her head ever so lightly, like, Heifer, don't do it. Don't you do it. I said, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Très bien, merci, et vous? And he said, et vous, merci. He said, oh, yeah. And then over. And when she ran out, it left my happy ass sitting right. I looked all the way down the hall to the bathroom. All you could hear her say, I told you today was and I was sitting there, baby, you talking about somebody embarrassed. Oh my God, baby, when I say he bought me for quarters, dimes, and nickels and pennies, it was nothing. When I say absolutely nothing that I
Embarrassed.
can say I do, honey, I ain't paying
You should be embarrassed.
Yeah, I was baby. Ain't too many times I am, but honey, when we talking about eggs, honey. It was a whole egg, baby. Y'all know eggs too expensive to buy and break now, honey. But when I say that thing, it was so terrible. I said, "Oh my God, I have to say it." And then I had to just get up, like put my little church finger up. I don't know why that's the thing, but I had to put that up and excuse myself. Pardon why? Then my black self go sit up there talking about pardon why. Like this man, and did the whole thing. Like he know what this is. I'm gonna take your little ass on to the bathroom. Man, listen, but did that teach me? No, because I'm a little hard headed, so I had to figure it out. But that's if you don't want no karma, honey, don't be pretending to be you ain't. Hey, like I said, you throw that boomerang car, she ain't gonna come back fast, so she gonna pull it quick. So either way it go, that's what it is. So that's
I know that's one of your favorite topics, karma, Sheila.
yeah.
Everybody has some karma. When you in school and you studying hard, karma have a way of coming around. And I want to tell you, if you don't want bad karma, please don't be telling your professor that your sister's in the hospital and you ain't even got a sister.
I'm done. I'm done.
Pills in the corner.
I'm in the corner.
I know some of y'all in the room probably already had a brother or sister who've been sick a couple times. But don't do it. Just don't do it because it might come back to become. Because they might find out you don't have a sister or a brother. Now, another one, everybody go to work sometimes. And when you go to work sometimes, you might be late in the morning or you might oversleep. Please, don't tell your boss that your car broke down on the way to work and you really just woke up from a deep sleep.
And now, night, you be better to call in than
Right. Let's call in because you can't use that story. They call it a white lie, but you can't use that story every week. Your car can't break down every week. Are they going to be thinking you need a new car or a new job? I'm just saying.
9 times out of 10, it's a new damn job because they're not about to play, Eddie.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want bad karma, don't be accepting dates just to get a free dinner. Now, if you've already done that, definitely don't be accepting.
I hit some guilty parties.
If you don't want to, definitely don't be accepting a second date just to get another free dinner and maybe a movie. Now, if you really don't like him like that, please resist from if he surprises you with tickets to see Beyonce. And you know damn well if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be able to go see no damn Beyonce. And by no means do you accept the third date because he done bought you some Gucci or Prada or some red bottom, and you know in your heart of hearts, you still don't like him like that. All right, so now, if you if you don't want bad karma, if you don't mind risking it, do what you want to do. But if you don't want bad karma, don't be doing that. Just like if you don't want bad karma, don't be paying for Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone. But when you get with Walter, you got all these demands and talking off about your worth. When you won't talk and that issue them lose, they never took you anywhere or listen to you. All they did was show their love going bang, bang, bang. Oh, give me.
He don't have no good sense.
Turn it off.
You was watching funny twice a week. You know what I'm talking about? So we're going to leave that right there. Here we go. And for my final, if you don't want bad karma, don't be standing in the pulpit talking down to the saints about their Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday night rendezvous, and their kids about how they're going too fast, and you need to get control of your house, only to find out that your daughter caught a train. And now you got to go on Maury Povich to sort out the people on that train to find the father. Meanwhile,
Okay.
He always
He gotta go too far. He go too far.
Ain't nobody going on no damn tongue looking for no DNA. Ain't nobody looking for Dina. Ain't nobody looking for Dina.
Oh my God.
Right, don't forget that, everybody. And got the way you run it, okay? All right, here we go. Now, meanwhile, you a part-time pastor. You sit at home. The rest of the time, you told your wife she needs to serve you and follow your vision in the house, which has her working part-time and a full-time job. And you have her cooking meals 6 times a week and cleaning. Then you expect her to serve you in the bedroom like Vanessa Del Rio. Google that if you need to.
I cannot.
And you not always pick the Jones house. You see Sister Jones every Tuesday, and from 7 to 9, and you're not over there for no prayer. It's the wrong kind of laying on the hands going on. So if you don't want bad karma, don't be doing this. All right, now, that may have been a lot. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, when
That was a lot. That was a lot.
When you're doing comedy and you want to keep it clean, it's all about the way you work. Who wants to catch the train? Now,
I'm done.
He about to be in the audience. He about to be back in the audience.
Yeah, we gonna boomerang that ass. I told you, go fast or go slow. Here we go.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something, Sheila. I know they're supposed to make it sound bad, but that kind of sounded good to me. Can you say
You know
one more
what?
time?
Okay.
You know what? Always. It wouldn't be a show if it wasn't. If
Keep
it didn't.
doing the best I can.
He about to be in the corner.
Don't say it to me. If
Yeah.
you don't say it to me, I can't do nothing.
Yes.
Hold
It don't
on.
matter if I say it or not. You
Well,
like
I just be waiting on my cues. Now, listen, people, we're gonna talk about people whose camera we waiting on. Now, here's the thing: we're not wishing anything bad on anyone, but enough is enough. Now, listen, have you ever seen a course of events that made you say to yourself, "How long are they gonna get away with that?" Well, we're gonna talk about it. All right, and guess what? Wanda's gonna lead the segment. Go ahead, Wanda.
yes. Let's get it.
That was a joke. You know, Wanda has a 10-word maximum.
You
per
know
show.
what?
Okay.
It's a joke. Okay,
Ha ha ha.
Sunday is not
Well,
about
what
to
do you mean?
play.
I am on one tonight. Okay, so comment at work. Now we talked about before about people calling in falsely. Now Sheila, talk to me about this. Like you talk about here's the thing. I'm not comfortable doing certain things. If I need to call in, I need a day. I've had people call in and say that their daddy had passed away. And then they called 6 months later and said their daddy had passed away. Like, how you forget you use that excuse? How you be comfortable with that? Or people that they got to attend a funeral once a week. Talk to me about something like that. Like, how is it you feel like they just come out with that kind of stuff?
Oh, listen. You know, they got the case of the Friday Mondays. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a coworker, and if you don't have a coworker, I don't know nobody like that, then it's you. Then I'm talking to you, and then we get ready to talk about you. And just remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, Andy. So I'm just saying, but if you
Friday
resemble,
Mondays.
look, if you resemble any of these next scenarios, you understand. You got the Friday, Monday, Sunday. Everybody got the Friday, Mondays, one way or the other. So listen, karma at work. So sometimes your coworkers have a pool with your name on it because they know if it's Friday or if it's Monday that you gonna call in. That's a given. They know that already. So that ain't where the pool come in at. The pool comes in like what excuse you gonna use this time about it, and who gonna check? Okay, so everybody already know because they be talking about it. Even when they see you come in, they be like, hey, okay, you made it. All right, good. All right, we're gonna have to wait till Monday. If it's Friday, and if it's Monday, we're gonna have to wait till Friday. Because either way it go, we know it's coming. Either way. So when people call in to work falsely, they use all kind of excuses. Ronald named one of them. Oh, my father passed away. And then you get sympathy, and depending on the company you work for, you can get up to 10 days off. So maybe they needed that 10 days for the cruise or whatever the case may be. And then especially if it's summertime, y'all know we got it bad in the summertime. We want to take days off in the summertime, and your ass ain't got no time because you ain't worked long enough. Them Friday, Monday starting to catch up with you. So now you're gonna be creative per se to get yourself out of work. So now you're gonna sit up there and talk about, oh, my daddy died. And they looking at you like, okay, that's the second time she said that because somebody's keeping check in HR. And whoever's running the pool, they got to connect in HR because the person in HR, they in on the pool too. So they're gonna let you know, okay, this was the excuse this time. Then they use that last time. Yeah, well, how many daddies do this person have? Now listen. If your mama, not your mama, but your mother, if she had a whole bunch of boyfriends and all of them was your daddy or your uncle Sonny, then baby, we got some whole other problem. Well, this your daddy, little butt. Or this your daddy, little Brenda. Or this your or huh?
No, no. You
That's
said little buck, so I couldn't stop laughing.
I'm just saying. That's how they come in. They come in with this. Oh, I don't know how many daddies, but it's a song for that. It's a song for everything. She a hoe. She a hoe.
I
She
think
rock
Ronald tried it.
Run, this, that
Oh,
run, what's that run, that run.
yeah. Oh, she like, but see, now that they're caught up with you. So we don't want all of those kind of things. So and then too, they use their children. My little Ray, he got the flu. That might work right now because don't nobody want your ass up in the office if you're sick, okay? Because yeah, all of that different.
Sheila, what about when they use examples of their kids? Man, they got no kids.
Man, they done got they borrow the same kids they use for their taxes, honey. They got the same one they use for their taxes. So they got the kids, honey. So look, they know we are her creative people, point blank and period. If you need some kids, somebody that got about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kids, you can use some of them. Come, baby, I need to borrow. Let us take some pictures together so I can show the office that I got some kids, honey. You ain't have to birth them, honey. They could be adopted kids, but either way, they're going to do it. And then how many times is your car going to break down? I think Wanda touched on that too. How many times your car going to break down during the course of the week? How many flat tires you going to have? How many times you left your lights on and you need a job? I mean, how many times all this stuff going to happen? After a while, they're going to start putting 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 together. And it's going to be acting for no more jobs, okay? Because you want to go outside.
No,
Well, so I think I'm a genius, right? I think I'm a genius, and sometimes I got to learn something too. Because I was a victim of this. Because I used to talk about we came to one time I said my computer got stolen, and I used that as an excuse on Monday, but I forgot that Miss Susan dropped me off at the damn pawn shop after work on Friday, so I got.
So pawned the work computer.
yeah, he pulled in the computer and said it got stolen.
That's why I did, but I forgot that I got a coworker drop me off because I'm a genius.
But you're not because that your IT department got trackers on their stuff,
They
right?
got what?
In the IT department, they got trackers.
And they got trackers on your stuff, right? Because it ain't your computer. Let's be clear. That ain't yours. It belongs to the people at your
We
job.
should talk about this.
And they got a tracker. That IP address, all they got to do is ping it.
I ain't know all that.
Dummy. I'm just saying. And they said, oh, yeah, your computer got stolen. Where is that John's Power Shop?
Yeah, it was at the pawn shop too, and I heard Ron was looking for a new job. The next
Yeah, cause he gone.
Yeah.
That's why he doing comedy. He don't have a job.
Yeah. And they're gonna say, you know what they're gonna say? And he was such a nice person.
I am.
He was a
I
thief,
ain't know
though.
he would
He was
do nothing like that. Ron was so nice. He was at the pawn shop. Yeah, child. He was at the pawn shop. He tried to run that game on IT, and they was not going for it, Hetty. So yeah, go on find
And then,
yourself.
so don't
Ronald.
don't be like me, ladies and gentlemen, because now I'm doing comedy and stripping part time. You know, just
Oh, and you stripping too?
Yeah, you're gonna see him. Yeah,
Go on, take that bacon off. Go on, take that bacon off. Go on, take
you-
that bacon off. My
don't
bad. I don't eat no pork, but I'm just saying, go on, take that bacon off. Go on, take that bacon off. Get that bacon. Get that bacon.
If you want to see
They're
some
gonna throw rolls.
That's
of
enough.
pork
That's
out.
that's enough. To,
Come
you
on.
know, that's. I think people done saw enough.
They ain't seen enough yet.
What a dollar.
They done saw. They done saw. They done
He
saw
gonna,
enough.
he
Cause
gonna drop,
Sheila,
he gonna
Sheila,
drop it. It's gonna get dark.
Sheila, I heard you went to Bermuda on your trip, your vacation.
Yeah, anything with a triangle in it, I'm not trying to have it. So no, ma'am.
But
If
did
I'm
you call? Did you call in sick or did you take vacation time?
Cause see, that's one thing I'm not gonna do. If you're gonna learn today, I'm gonna tell you about me. I'm gonna show up for my money, and I banks my time. Okay, so I'm smart when it comes down to certain things. If I want to take a day off, I'm just gonna put in a request for a day, cause I don't believe in burning up no time, honey. Cause time is like money. And I got to have both, so I'm not about to play with it. But that might have been the other coworker. That probably was one of your coworkers, but Sheila not. And I ain't going to no place called Bermuda in the Triangle. I'm sorry. Pick another place. Pick somebody else. I need tropical, but I don't need it to be in no triangle. Go ahead
Now,
with your
now you want to
story.
talk about what bad karma? Like, listen, my man Ryan in the audience, he's gonna agree with this one. We know a guy who borrowed his mom's car. He borrowed his mom's car and he kept the car in sweet Jesus, had to be every bit of 9 months, right? And then the car had to go in the shop. Now he's been driving it for the last 9 months. You know, he called his mother, was like, it's gonna be like $800 to get your car fixed. You know, the man said you can go ahead and pay him. He's been driving his mom's car for the last 9 months, and then when he goes in the shop, he expects his mother to pay for that. So it's like, so when his karma comes, I want to be front row. Now I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing to say, but I want to be front row. Like, could you
Let me find out.
doing that?
You gonna bask in it. Let me find
Yeah.
out.
I'm trying to be
Mm.
front row.
You want to be a part of the shenanigans. What you gonna make some sound effects when he there with talking about dun dun dun. You gonna do that when he there to find out what happened?
All that. I'm doing all that because I mean you can't.
There
Exactly.
you go.
There you go. I mean, because think about it. I mean, at some point, listen, if anybody would let you use their car for that amount of time, your mom, your friend, anybody, and it gets broken down, like you the reason why where it can't happen. But the audacity to do that.
The
you know,
audacity.
very good. That's very well. Yes, yes. The audacity to do that is unfortunate and just downright pathetic. All right, now let's talk about bad. Okay, not that kind of bad. Let's talk about bad neighbors. Let's talk about bad neighbors. Now, Sheila, talk with me about some of these neighbors and things they be doing that they know ain't right, and you know it's coming back like that boomerang that I tried to duck.
Man, the only thing about the neighbors that I can speak on as far as the karma goes, when you know in some of these complexes that people live in, it's the same way in and the same way out. So you ain't got no back door. So how the neighbors get caught up with bad karma because they don't keep their stuff straight. And it all plays out. And and everybody in the complex is aware of what's going on. They see you. They see how you rolling. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing because most people try to mind their own business, whatever that looks like for them. But when little Sally or little Jerry has somebody come in and they try to have this, multiple streams of people, right? So when people come in and go out, you may get your days messed up. You might get your timelines messed up, whatever the case may be. But now all of a sudden you are faced with a situation that you can't get out of. So I think and karma come back fast. She throw that boomerang because you can't keep track because that's why you got to tell the truth. Quit telling them lies and like, look, you got Monday. Every Monday you come over here. Now you got Wednesday. Every Wednesday you come over here. Friday I'm gonna take a day off, but we're gonna start all over again. And because Tuesday and Thursday and Friday I might decide to go out with my friends so I can put somebody else in rotation. Just tell the truth and quit playing and quit playing because karma is gonna have the police at your complex and at your front door, and then eventually you're gonna be served with a notice, and you ain't got to worry about it because you ain't gonna live there no more. I'm just saying. So that's what I believe that karma and neighbors, get with it. But I'm excited for this next one, the karma in the family. So go ahead, let me hear what you got on the family and the karma.
This is gonna be a sweet one right here because when you talk about somebody that says, "Mama, can I borrow $500 because my car broke down?" and then they go out and have a good time, and next week their car really breaks down.
See, that's it. That's bad. People had they do that. And that's the crazy part about it. That happened in real life.
Let's call a lie.
And then lies come back. What? Yeah, plain and simple. But karma and the lie attached to one another, honey. They done lied and did all this stuff. And then, like you said, they borrowed the money for a fixer, and then they about to travel, and then they break down for real. That's beautiful. It's beautiful how you do it. Go ahead, about the sister. Go ahead, Wanda, talk about the sister and the karma.
Everybody got that sister who always want to borrow money. And one day your sister texts you and say, "Hey, you know what?" She texted you. I'm texting from my friend's phone because my phone been turned off. I need you to pay the bill. Now your sister, she got friends in town for the weekend, so that's why she's using their phone. But you said, something don't seem right by this. So you call the phone number, and guess what? Her phone ain't turned off. She just wanted some extra money.
See, going out, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. And we're gonna play that storytelling. That's creative storytelling.
story.
We ain't gonna say no like that's creative. They be I need some extra money because I need to be outside, and I'm gonna ask my sister because why she gonna do it, and that's how it happened until her phone get turned off for real. Then she be talking about, can I be like, girl, ask your friend who you went out with, ask them.
And if some of these sound familiar, might be because some of these might be some true stories. We
Yeah,
just
they
saying, but
might
might not be nobody in this room, but
I cannot. We are ready. Let's get it. All right, Ronald, what else you got, sir?
Well, what I got is I want to talk about somebody's uncle. You can call it Uncle Drew, Uncle Tom, Uncle whoever. And he's always talking about what he done won, what he drive, how many women that he seeing, how many. I'm not gonna resist doing that anyway. So he's talking about the ladies that he's courting or seeing or put whatever you want in that place. And then one day you see the same uncle outside the store and he's asking for change. He's
Can I
offering
get some change?
He's offering to do something strange for a little piece of change. He's
I'm a
cleaning off
sweep.
people's
I'm a
windows.
sweep for you.
He wants to sweep for you. So if you need it swept, holler at him. And asking women who walk by if they have any. Now, this is the same person that stood up there flashing. Maybe he lose his last paycheck. Maybe he couldn't stop bragging. Talking about what he has. And now he's out here and he doesn't have anything.
See,
Talk about that.
that is funny because everybody has that uncle, and it's probably your favorite uncle at that. They be talking all that trash, and then one day you out with your friends and somebody, is that your uncle? You be trying to say, no, I don't know who that is. Asking for change and stuff, and then he say, hey niece, help you. You be like, man, no, you embarrassing me. Quick, he called everybody that. No, that's your peoples. Y'all got to listen. Y'all better. Karma got a way of humbling that ass quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, we talked about the uncles. I want to talk about the aunties because I love this one. Go ahead.
Now, you got aunties, and you have aunties that they have their front and they have their wigs, and sometimes it looks so real. And they each have the different styles. And
They melted down wonderfully. The wigs be melted, honey. That lace is terrible, child. Go ahead.
Come on, pull it. Come on, pull it. If you think it's
yes, honey. They done glued that. They done got to be glued down and everything, honey. They done put their little powder on and looking like scalp, honey. Yes,
everything is all good till the tsunami season. And they come outside because the wind not supposed to stop blowing real hard till later. But they're surprised. You get you with a strong wind, and oh my, where's the hair? The hair's going. It's gone.
Yes, indeed. I love it. Or if you're standing up there, you talking to auntie and it slipped because
Uh-oh.
she ain't used enough, got to be glued on there.
Uh-oh.
So it's slipping. While she turn her hair to the right, the wig move to the left, and vice versa. So it was just like a little hand that keep
Or,
going.
or
What?
she put an extra 4 coats on that thing, so she got all that big old hair, and it's
Yeah,
heavy hair, and she can
yes,
box
heavy.
you. And somebody tell
Yes,
a joke, and she lay her head back, hair just fall on the ground.
all the way
Cause it's
home.
too darn heavy.
Yes, and then they look at you like you stole something. They be like, "Don't be laughing like this ain't never happened before." Be like, "Auntie, you is tripping. Like, quit playing. Like, come on, Auntie, let me help you put your wig back on and snatch it down real good. Let me get some bobby pins."
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into a little bit of a skit. Now, Ron, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the setup for the skit. Rhonda and Ron are walking down the street on their first date, trying to figure out what to do after dinner. Here we go. So, you want to see a movie?
No, I don't feel like it tonight.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
You're the man. Why are you asking me?
Okay, I've asked you if you want to go bowling, some food, and drink at the lounge down the street, pink wine that's going to start in about 15 minutes. And you said no to all of them, and you just said no to the movie.
Well, if you read my profile, you would know I like live comedy. So why don't we go to that comedy club right across the street?
I'm so sorry. How could I have missed that after you had bowling, food, drinking, painting wine, and movies all before live comedy? But who knew tonight you want to reverse the order?
You would know that if you could read between the lines.
Yeah, you can read between these.
What was that?
We're here. We're here. Can we charge $20? Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
Oh man, Shelia New is performing tonight. Have you seen her?
Sheila who?
Shelia New, don't act like you don't know her. She the best comedy on comedy. Never time. Everybody been talking about Shelia New lately.
Yeah, she better be. If not, I hope she twerk or something because she looks kind of thick, even for a soon-to-be grandmother.
Well, if she does, you better not. Yeah.
He's about to get in
He
trouble.
gonna
Get it. He gonna get it.
Well, if she does, you better not be looking at her.
Would you be interested in coming back to my place after the show?
On the first date? Of course not.
Well, I'm damn sure looking if she gets to twerking me.
Anyway, don't you live with your grandma?
I don't live with my grandmother. We live together. I don't know why people get hard time
Yeah. That's what all 43-year-old men who live with their grandmother says.
Oh, really? So I'm a big loser. What about that jerk off you was dating in prison for 10 years? Yeah, he was a keeper, wasn't he?
You know, you can't help who you fall in love with.
How do you fall in love with a guy you met right in a jailbird pen pal class? He can't even read.
Now that's a low blow because that's not even funny.
No, that's not a low blow. A low blow is what he meant to cellmate do 3 times a week. But
Look,
when we hear it,
okay, just be quiet because the show is starting. I really don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear you no more tonight.
okay.
Just be quiet. The show is starting.
Ladies and gentlemen, and whatever that is at table 32, are you ready for your headliner? Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, are you ready for your headliner?
Yay. Go, Sheila.
This is the last night before she starts her 52 city tour. You have seen her on the Tomorrow Show, on the late night show, her new sitcom Shelia Now, and streaming on the new Fave Unite TV. Give a round of applause for Shelia New.
Y'all gotta stop. Hey, it is there. Oh, look at this beautiful audience. I'm so happy to be here this evening, Haley. Look, baby, this tour has been crazy, but I am ready to kick it off right here with you tonight. So good evening. And hold on a minute. Good evening, man. You're a little seasoned to be, from my normal crowd of people. What's going on? Hey, what brings you out tonight?
Well, my new boo thing wanted to get me out of the house for a while and laid it all to himself.
Why does that voice sound familiar?
I understand. It must be hard to get some privacy, honey.
Oh, no, baby. I got my own place, but my grandson living with me.
Your grandson living with you. You got a grandson? Wait a minute, man. You got your grandchild. You ain't say your son. You say your grandson. He live with you.
No, nothing like that.
So what is it like then? What's wrong with him? Is he
He-
disabled?
No, the boy not disabled. He just live with me.
It got to be something wrong with him then.
He just going through life.
Mm.
He's no trouble other than he's always hogging the phone.
Grandma?
Ronald, damn it. I can't go nowhere. I'm finna show
This grown man over here, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I ain't saying nothing. I pay bills. I stay out of trouble. I stay out of everybody's way except when we get crossed up on the phone from time to time. I am sick of your ass every time I turn around. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. James. You better stop turning around then. Look, I haven't done anything to you. So if you don't, I don't understand what your problem is with me. But if I bother you that much, knock if you want a buck then. Don't say nothing but a word to me, son, because you telling me that was like a gift on Christmas. I've been praying to put these hands on you. Well, if you're looking for a not so merry Christmas, come on outside.
Is that your Paul, James?
Gloria, what you doing here?
You tell me, because you told me you was sick tonight.
Huh? Who is she?
Got some explaining to do there, Buck.
I'm his woman, Tramp. That's it. Hey, Tramp, young girl. I'll get in that ass like I'm a surgeon. I'll teach you not to play with me.
Oh, Grandma, don't put in the head. No, Grandma, don't. Okay, May, please don't hurt my Gloria. Grandma, don't stay like that.
Do the 8-tone stop. Do the 8-tone stop on your face.
Glory. Come on.
I cannot live it up.
And then I got you. Listen, Grandma, let me take you home. Ronda, I'll see you later. You won't go get me now anyway. Come on, Grandma. Come on.
And Paul, don't you call me no more, Paul. Don't you?
And see, ladies and gentlemen, you never know what's going to go down at the Shelia New Show. So actually, it's a great segue to this segment, right? The show is about karma and dating. And we just had the whole karma and dating displayed right before us. We had some old lady, no disrespect, and her man, and then some other man, and some other lady, and the dude who knew he wasn't getting none. And it sounded like they found each other on some kind of dating app or whatever. But let me just kick it to you like this. I'm gonna keep you just for a few minutes, but it's going down like this. So karma and dating, it has that boomerang effect. You got to be careful on what you put out there because it may come right back. Don't be something that you're not. Don't act like you all that and you ain't. Just be yourself. It's 100% okay to come out and just, floss with your best stuff. Present your best self forward because once you don't, and you out here talking about you gonna throw that ass in a circle, you can't even throw it from left to right. Don't do it. Amen to my fellas. I got love for y'all. Don't go lying on your little piece. And then she get home and then she get mad and she put you out and then y'all having arguments about that. And then when you truly find somebody that you like, she might not like that little piece. So look, we got to use common sense and knowledge when we sit up here and we talk about the karma. I don't want no bad karma. So I promise myself, and I want y'all to take this oath with me, that just be you. 100%. Either the person gonna like who you are or they not. Either you gonna, come in and you gonna ask the questions. Remember, I'm gonna take y'all all the way back. Ask questions. Then that way you don't get caught up in no stuff you don't want to be in. But see, we just seen it. Grandma out having a good time. She out with her man. And I guess, hey, old people let you know they got their thing going on too. They look, let me know. I got something to look forward to. Just ain't gonna be out here acting no fool in the street. Did y'all hear Grandma say she gonna do the 8-town stop and she had a little shimmy in her shoulders when she did it? So hey, you just don't never know what's going on. But when I tell you, When you out here dancing and gyrating and all this stuff, and if everything that's jiggling in you ain't real, tell the person that's with you so he don't smack that ass real. Like the gambling paintball. I mean, stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to be 100%. If you don't have some work done, you might want to tell him. And look, fellas, for my shorter fellas, this is for y'all because I've seen this a lot going on the internet. Why are y'all spending hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to make yourself taller? What is that all about? Now you got a walker for real. And she might not want to, now you on disability in real life because ain't nobody say you the $6 million man. Let's not do that. So, be true to who you are, honey. Just present your best self. Cause baby, it's some tall girls out there that like, short fellas because y'all fit in certain places just nice. But they ain't worried about your height. So you can I'm just 100% across the board. And ladies, this go for y'all too. Quit going down to these foreign countries and getting all of these injections. You don't know what's in that syringe, honey. And once you go to the hospital, and you come out looking all bruised and abused and stuff like that, and what's going on, and now here you are 10, 15 years later, and your ass hard as a rock because they done put cement up in there. Quit doing it. That's karma too, because basically you saying that you ain't like how you was and you wanted to do some extra curricular activities by doing some enhancement. So let's not do that. So when karma come knocking, especially in dating, you better hurry up and do a quick 1, 2, 3 in your mind and figure out if you put whatever you put bad out there, this might be the one that's gonna bring you the bad bag. So just be mindful and be kind to one another and show love. You know what I'm saying? In the right way. Just be honest and tell the truth. Cause if you don't, karma like a boomerang. Sometimes it pulls slow and sometime it go quick. And that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shelia New, and I see you when I see you. Peace. Mwah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for a few questions from Miss Sheila New. And of course, we're all going to break it down. I'll check the back channels, and I don't see any that I had missed, but I have a few here that have been given to me. So here we go. So Sheila, listen, if you could have any comedian open up for you, let's say you were headlining on your own tour, if you could have any comedian open up for you, who would it be?
Wow, that is a good question. If I had somebody that could open for me, to be honest, I would give it to a person who nobody knows yet. Like somebody because somebody had to do it for me. So I will always reach back and get somebody. So it might be a name of a person that I don't know just yet. But it would definitely be somebody who is, they trying their hand at this thing called comedy. So I would definitely give them that opportunity to open up for me, for sure.
I love that. Now, what comedian would you not like to follow? Like, it's like that comedian's going to bring the house down. I'm not trying to follow them. There was one comedian that you would like, you know what? I don't want to follow them. Who would it be?
Oh, that's a good question. Who do I want to follow? Past or present, or it don't matter?
It's whatever your heart desires.
Okay, so I would never want to follow Bernie Mac. I would have to say that I would like, what's he? I'd be like, it's who on the show? Oh, I know I'm first. Because I know that Bernie gonna bring the house down. So I would never go behind Bernie Mac.
That is an excellent choice. Now, let's just say you had your own late night talk show. Who would you want your first three guests to be?
Ooh, that's good. So my first three guests, I would definitely say Monique first. Because I've had the opportunity to work in her club when she had one in Baltimore, just because I think she still has a lot to say. And I don't think that we've heard the whole story. Um, I would like to do O'Shea Jackson Jr. because of the show that he's on now. Y'all know I ain't gonna say no shows because we ain't getting paid by these people, but I really like the show that he's on now. And then the third person would be my child who's on stage because she's in the music real heavy. And then I think our chemistry is dope. So she would definitely be one I would love to be on the show with me first.
Excellent. So that wraps up this question by Sheila. I always love this segment. All right. So now basically we go. So ladies and gentlemen, this concludes episode three, Karma 101 of the Sheila New Comedy Show. I want to thank you so much for attending. And we're going to have another room that's going to be opening up pretty soon, like the after party room. So be looking for that. It's going to be the after party with Sheila New. With me personally, Ronald Dillard Jr., this is my last show with the this evening.
Oh,
And
Tomato, tomato,
I
tomato, tomato.
I want to personally thank Wanda Rose and Sheila New for the opportunity because comedy is something that I do. When I can make a person, when I make a person laugh, it's something that is euphoric about it for me. It's something I enjoy doing. But the respect that I have for comedy was something I just outright said I couldn't do. And when Wanda first asked me about this, it was basically like, she saw something in me and it was basically like, well, we'll see about that. So it's been a tremendous and a fantastic experience, and I have been made better by it, and I will always be thankful for it. So I thank you all so much for the support and the participation, the excitement, just all the overall love. I thank you. Thank you so much again, Wanda. Thank you so much again, Sheila. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be wrapping this up, but we're going to have our other room to come in to participate, to give any comments. We hope that you've enjoyed the show, and we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, the top of our souls, for your participation.
Ronald,
Well,
I
thank
just
you. Oh,
go ahead,
no.
Wanda. Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's what I said. Thank you, Ronald. I have the utmost adoration for you, and you are a great friend. You're a huge talent. I just hope that everybody, and I know the world will see your talent because you are so, so talented and has so much ahead for you. And I'm proud of you.
Absolutely. And Ronald, it has been a pleasure to work right alongside of you. I've learned so much from you, just from the side of writing, how you direct, how your mind works. It's a beautiful thing. And the energy that you bring, to an environment like this is just crazy. And crazy in a good way, because this is definitely something that happened organically. I appreciate you so much as an individual, and I know great things are going to happen. And I would be lying if I said I wouldn't miss you, because I am going to. But we don't believe in replacing anybody when it comes down to certain things. I think we all elevate from here because we all taught each other something to grow from. But you put in work, and I'm glad that you've been able to see a different side of yourself. I know I've seen the different side from myself too, so I appreciate it. Um, and let me just say this to y'all that have stayed until the end. Ronald may be gone from this place. And y'all might not see him once a month as we continue to rock out with the Sheila New Comedy Show. But I mark my words, he'll be back and y'all will see him again. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And y'all have a good night, and we'll see you when we see you. Peace. We out.